Welcome back to my channel with Sudeshna. Do you often ask that you have to think out of the box and you have to come up with an idea which is not normal? Yes, it is sometimes like in your office, maybe you are asked or your boss can ask you that think something out of the box. So what is that out of the box? So out of the box is nothing but a kind of creative thinking. So basically your boss is asking you to think creatively. So what are the creative thinking techniques? So in this video I'm going to tell you about 7 techniques of creative thinking. So these creative thinking process you can use in your life, and also once you are used to this creative thinking, you can think that how you can implement those, how you can teach those creative thinking principles to your kids. So generally in my creative thinking academy, I give students similar kind of problem, such problems, so that kids can think, and I teach them that how to think creatively. So stay tuned till end, take a lot of notes and comment below if you have anything to comment. So the first and most easy, I would say, and most important techniques of thinking creatively is mind map. What is mind map? The one you can see in the screen, what I generally use, so that is called mind map. But why mind map is so important? It's nothing but a kind of just some arrows and something like that. But it actually help you to think in a very processed way. Like whenever you just start thinking, if you don't write it somewhere, like you need not to use that mind map software I'm using, but you can do it in your pen and paper, like with your pen and paper also. So but if you don't write anything while thinking, many of our innovative thinking generally doesn't come. So use mind map and just see the magic, because when you just putting all the points one by one, many points comes into our mind. So using mind map is a very good way to think creatively. The next is 6 thinking hats. So this is also very commonly used techniques to think creatively, I would say. So mostly for lateral thinking, these kind of 6 thinking hats, this principle is used. So Dr. D. Bono, I think he only introduced this 6 thinking hats. What is that 6 thinking hats? So it is actually, there are like red, white, black, blue, green and yellow. These are the 6, these are the hat which you need to use. So red is for emotion, white is for facts, black is for judgment, blue is for control, green is for creativity and yellow is for logic. So basically by wearing this hat, so not physically but actually you have to think that you are wearing this hat. So maybe in office you are given some task to think something, to come up with some innovative ideas. So you can divide yourself that one person is wearing red hat, one person is white hat, or one person can wear more than one hat, not at a time, but like at a time they can wear one hat and then again just change their perspective of thinking and wear a different hat. So basically when you are wearing red hat, you have to think about emotions to solve that problem. So when you are wearing white hat, virtually, not actually, so you have to think that what are the facts are present there in front of you to solve that problem. So something like that. So the next creative thinking technique is lateral thinking. What is lateral thinking? So lateral thinking is a way of thinking where generally researchers believe that there is no one solution for a particular one problem. So generally in our life, most of the time we actually use critical thinking, where we believe that there is only one solution to one problem. And but in lateral thinking, generally it is believed that there is no solution is perfect. So there are many ways by which you can actually think laterally. So suppose a random idea generation process, or suppose sometimes provocation idea generation technique, sometimes movement technique. So the movement technique is actually you will be encouraged to just think as many as possible ways of solution. So these all basically lateral thinking is a very big subject itself. And again Dr. D. Bono actually did a lot of research on this lateral thinking and this process. But in the lateral thinking, the basic difference from critical thinking is you have to think in many ways. So you have to think that what can be the solution, what can be the tentative solutions, and there can be many. So there is no perfect solution for any problem that we think in the problem of lateral thinking. The next and very powerful ways of thinking creatively, that is WH questions. Yes, I mean, we all know that what are the WH questions, like what, when, why, where, all those WH and how, obviously. So by asking questions, just try to solve any problem by asking again questions. And when you ask the same question with different WH words, the perspective actually change. So suppose you have a problem that you are not, suppose just you came out of the house and you are not getting taxi. So then how to solve that problem? So maybe you can think that why I'm not getting taxi, so just try to find out. Then from where you can get a taxi, maybe not from near to your home, maybe after walking sometime you can get. Then you can think that what are the alternative option of taxi. You can think that what are the other ways how you can go to the destination you want. So I'm just giving an example. So it's not a very important problem maybe, but any problem whenever you are facing and you want to think creatively to reach to a solution, I think WH questions can make wonder. And I made also a post in my YouTube group, private group, that encourage your kids to ask more and more WH questions, because the way they can think of questions you can't think, because we feel sometimes that we know many things, and the urge of asking question actually reduces by time. So encourage your kid to ask question to you and try to solve those, try to give them answers. It will increase their creativity as well as your creativity. The next technique, I would say, word association. So just try to associate your problem with some word. So it is also a very helpful technique by applying which many people actually solve a problem creatively. The next is picture association. So how you can associate a problem to a picture. So if you can think that problem in terms of a picture, I think there is something. So actually, as you know, that in our left brain we generally think all those numbers and all those critical thinking activity, and in the right brain we all do most creative, like smell, all those creative thinking, like all those creative work we do with the help of our right brain. So but there is a connection from right brain and left brain. So that when we do picture association, so basically you are using both part of your brain. So you know the critical problem, and you know if you do picture associations, basically you are using both side of your brain, and quickly you can get a better solution, I would say. The last but not the least ways of critical thinking techniques is reframing. So sometimes we see the problem from one point of view, and we always sometimes we just get frustrated that we are not getting solution. Just try to reframe the problem. Sometimes by just reframing the problem we get solutions. So to make the video short and crispy, I just mention all those creative thinking techniques. But if you want to know more about some particular technique, you can comment below. I'll do more and more research on this, and I will make a future video on that. Please comment below if you like the video and what is your takeaways of the video, and subscribe if you have not subscribed till yet. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.